So we're going to have a look at the hip escapes or the shrimp from Side Control, and kind of go through the finer details on how to set it up. And the biggest thing I've seen that is in tournaments, when someone does not want you to escape side control and they hold you, it's an extremely hard position to deal with, versus on the mat where we're kind of free rolling and there's a little bit of space and it doesn't matter if they rescue guard or half guard or whatever. So the solid drill, this is I guess one of the precursors that we have a look at. So the first thing is that when we're on the side control position is if my partner's on this side of me, anytime that this arm is raised and picked up, it turns my back away, which is better for them and worse for me. So one of the things I want to do is the first part is a little bridge, and I try and put my elbow or my arm deep as I possibly can. I don't like to bring it under right now because it exposes my neck, and I do want to kind of keep a frame system. So I'm almost wedging my forearm against my hip and here. Don't make sure your wrist doesn't get wrist locked, so make sure it's over here. The second thing, and this is the part that I see people do, is your leg alignment. Okay. So they're on side control, bridge, rescue arm. So what I see people do is they try and bring their knee to the chest. The downfall bars, my partner's normally sitting in this space here, so you have a lot of trouble. And what they start doing is go, oh, hip escape, and they give the partner this big opportunity to upgrade, knee right, or move. So what we want to do instead is we want to kind of go number one, down. Number two, my leg goes flat. This gives me the opportunity to start to create space, block them out to bring my leg through or my leg through. But I'm trying to bring my leg through the frame system that I've created. So again, just really easy. So we're going to start from here. Side control. So first one's a bridge to rescue. So if they're on my right hand side, my right elbow comes in, my right leg goes flat. I have a post on the back side, so it's harder for them to move me over. Now, I start my hip escape and I try and bring my knee through. So there should be a frame system, so I'm on the inside of the frame system. Hammer, side control. Dealing with the cross-face side control. So from here, first things first is generally if they're on my head, this is better for me because I can rescue my arm. If they're on my arm, we'll do the same thing but slightly different. So first thing, I'm going to exaggerate everything here because I'm a guy, that's what we do. Okay, so as I bridge, I put my arm in and I straighten my leg, but I'm turning. So I'll kind of go bridge, right elbow in, right leg, and hip escape. So I have a frame system. If Emma drives forward, I have a block system at the back, so it's harder for her to move. To create the space, this is what I see people do, is they try and bring their knees to their chest. I want to do the opposite. I want to take my head away to spin. So this creates a better opportunity and also gives me access to the arms, where if I'm here, I bring my knee to my chest, she can still hold me and put me onto my back, clear my arm. So bridge, right arm in, right leg goes straight, hip escape, left leg frame. Create space, come in and attack the arm. So really easy system from here. I'm just dealing with the side control and a basic fundamental way of getting space for me. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. One of the things that I really don't like about some of the training methods in BJJ is that it's a pretty much karate style. You know, like, you know, the old karate, okay, you know, like the guy's got a knife, okay, the attacking, the guy stabs him in the stomach, and goes, oh shit, hold it, you're doing it wrong, you've got to attack with the knife this way. You know, so there's so many variables in BJJ that I kind of don't have, you know, they'll do that, I'll do this, I'll do this, so it doesn't work like that. But there's indicators that we can use to put ourselves in better positions. So let me explain. Cross-face side control. Emma rescues her right arm, from here. I'm holding head. She uses a frame system to clear the head away, so as she moves, she put her legs through. So as she moves her head away from me, now this becomes null and void. My grip now is null and void, like in fact, it's a cutting arm bar or a sweep on the frame system. So what I want to do is, I want to do an add-on, I want to change so that my side control is different to her side control defense. So again, anytime that I've got the side control crossface and I feel Emma's right arm and right leg extend, as she turns, I come over. So she can move her head away as much as she wants to now, because it's now in different. So anytime that I feel my partner rolling towards me and my cross face is being compromised, I want to change my base. I'm trying to keep onto the shoulder area. I don't want to be down low because now she can shrink and start to take my back, etc., etc. So I do want to be more upper body, so I'm trying to push her back onto the ground. So I kind of want to be this way. And whatever you guys do, don't go to mount. This is a trap, like, you know, she's got so many frames and systems in place. But 3 things. Anytime I step, I have no base backwards. Anytime I step, she can put a hook, carry the hook, catch half guard, etc. Last one, and the most important one, is she can redirect my force. If I step over, she's going to wait till I get to mount. Her right arm's going to push my back. So as I step up, push my back, and she gets access to my back off the upgrade. So, hey, what's that? Okay, so we start here, and we rescues her right arm. As I feel her right hand, I extend, I switch my base, and I'm facing the legs. This is where we're going to stay. I like to grab the top leg, not the bottom leg. I find sometimes when I get the bottom leg, she can bring her right leg over and squash it, and my arm's caught. Where if I keep this here, if she tries to bring her legs through, I have the ability to at least keep them at bay a little bit. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So to add on, once again, we're just going to start the same system. So my partner gets to rescue their right elbow, right leg goes straight, swing over. This, whether I'm in front or behind, has a little bit of importance, but it's more what happens later. So ideally, I'd love to be underneath the armpit, but most good practitioners are not going to they're going to keep the arm in here, which, you know, like for me, I get to compress it, so I take away the lever anyway. If I get to the backside, I can use my shoulder and my back to lever it up. So it's insignificant, but you need to be aware of it. Does that kind of make sense? So one more time. So yeah, this is the factor that I want to deal with right now. So as the right arm, right leg come over, and ideally I want to be on, so I'm kind of crushing it, and I get a nice little grip. So, you know, like, and then they're generally going to go, oh, my arm's caught, they're going to swing it forwards or backwards. Yeah, okay. So, you know, like, it doesn't matter. The thing I need to be aware of, and this is the biggest part about this move, anytime I step up, he can roll me backwards. Yeah, right. So that's the biggest part. So the thing that I want to do from is, so I've got the top leg is, I want to go like, watch carefully, is I want to take the top leg out. So if he tries to drive back towards me now, yeah, where I find if I'm on the bottom leg, if he crosses the other leg over onto my arm, he can kind of still, now my weight's pinned. So I find for me, it's better to go this. And what I'm doing is I'm going, lift it, turn it. Now, this is the part that makes a little bit of difference. This is my right knee is going to go underneath his top knee. My right knee, step underneath his top knee, come here, and I step into the half guard. Square up and split him up. Now, that might not seem like much. This is a really awkward position. Now, I'm turning around just a little bit so that our bums aren't on the camera. This way. Head that way, please. So, think about this way is my right knee goes under, I step in the valley, my left leg comes in and I flare. The part that I see people have issues with is this, they try and flare. Now, if Brendan brings his knees up and kicks, he can sweep in, there's knee bars and all that. So it's really important that I kick the knee down towards the ground. So when I split him up from here, I kind of kick this down. I run my knee as far as I can out. Some of you guys don't tap from this, that's okay. But, you know, so from here, I'm not coming over, I'm going cross face to under. Right knee comes up, hit my foot in, turn my knee in, hit hip escapes, take them out. So for me, this system will put me in a really good mount position, and the ability for him to move is almost null and void of putting down. So we're going to start from here. So shoulder into me. So this is the start position. on the outside of the knee, which is really weird because I don't want to be on the inside. If he brings his knee in and down, it pins my arm. Where if I'm on the outside, he brings his knee in down, I just push it down and I step over. So this is why it's on the outside, not on the inside. Okay, here, lift it up, turn it, knee goes under. Step in the valley, right, so like, probably called spooning. Yeah, like, look, stop laughing. Step in, split him up, boom, push the knee down. My knee goes up, my knee goes in to the valley, and I keep the crossface. I sit, I lift my knee as the hip escapes, take the mount position. One of my favourite ways of getting mounts on people. Okay, 1, 2, 3. How'd that feel? Solid. Thank you, sir. Exactly what I was after. I see, and people rush this, and they don't appreciate how compromised my partner's position is, and they try and rush, and they end up getting swept or caught back into half guard. They don't complete the pass. So just slow motion. I've got Steve. I've turned Steve over. I've stepped inside the valley. 1, 2 from here. I cross face. I compromise my neck and through. And what I see people do is they go, oh, mount just there. I'll step, and as I step, it's like, oh man, like it's the worst thing ever. So I don't want to rush this. I'm in such a good position. But I'm in such a good position. I don't want to mess it up in that last part. So for me, I'm here. I split Steve up. He's very, very flexible for an old guy. Cross face, step my knee over here. I want to turn your bottom round to the camera a little bit. Just lift your bottom. Okay, watch. That's what I'm doing. I'm not stepping. Just here. And now away. Cool, thank you. Who will try to capture that leg in half guard? You can't, because my knees up, my foot's on the ground underneath your butt. It's almost physically impossible to catch it, but they're in such a bad position they don't have any other choice. You'll get a free ride to mount. The second thing about it, because I've turned to capture it, when you get to mount, they're facing the wrong way to defend it. So I really need you guys, once you kind of like I stepped in the valley, I've kneed in the stomach, crossface, just this, and just wait. Just wait. Just take your time. You don't have to rush that part. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Change partners, let's go.